I'm at Islands of Adventure to check up on the park, including the Velocicoaster and much more. So how about you and I dive right in? We've made it into Islands of Adventure, and you know what that means? The adventure begins. Okay, right off the bat, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, this park is very busy today, at least at opening. I don't know if this is gonna spread out later on, but just kind of going through security this morning and leading our way up to the park entrance and everything, it's pretty busy today, huh?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, so with that said, we're also gonna keep our distance. Everyone's wearing their face masks, and they have a lot of team members out here telling people, hey, make sure you're wearing your mask properly. So Universal's doing a really good job at that. Yeah, we're talking about the Jurassic Coaster right now that they're building. It's unannounced. Universal hasn't announced when they're gonna open it yet, but you can see the skyline is definitely changing. And if you've ever been to Islands of Adventure in the past, I don't know, year, you know everyone beelines it to Hagrid's, and that's exactly where we're going. Hello, freshly painted Lost Continent Eagle thing. The show that's housed in this beautiful building right now is not operating during the current times. It will, Poseidon Fair will operate at a later time, but we don't really know when. Oh my God, Michael, are we back in Universal Studios Hollywood?
Are we?
I don't know.
No.
I don't know.
I don't think so.
Is this like a Twilight Zone episode, and maybe we are back in Hollywood?
And for once, I wouldn't want to leave it.
Alrighty, we made it. We made it to Hagrid's. There she goes. Don't worry, dueling dragons, I miss you. But this is a very, very good replacement. What's awesome is in a few years, once the trees grow in even more, I would suspect that the skyline's gonna completely change and be more of a forest than ever, which makes the attraction even better. There is an Easter egg for dueling dragons. As you walk into the queue, you can see the blue dragon right here and the red dragon right there. Really cool. And inside the pre-show, they're not doing the pre-show. Instead, they put stanchions up in here. But they do have a little animation going back and forth, which is awesome. So at least there's something to look at. But unlike, just like the other rides, the pre-shows are not operational. I love this part of the queue. It's such a cool little effect. I don't know if you guys can tell on camera, but you can see the motorbike kind of cruising around there. It's so cool. All right, we just got off Hagrid's. Had a brief delay there for a moment, but they were able to clear it up, and the ride is now operating as normal. It's such a fun ride. If you guys have never been on this, you got to do it. It's the best. It's one of my favorite coasters ever. I love this turn over the water here into the other launch. There's just so many different elements that work. And like I said earlier, once the trees grow even more, this is gonna look fantastic. It's just there's so much movement happening too. You see the cars just going in different areas. There should be another one coming around the corner here very soon. There goes one over there. Yep, here comes the other one. Whee! So cool. Oh, here's a good shot of the all-new Jurassic Park roller coaster coming to the park here. Got some good progress. This section of the ride is done, so just watching and waiting. We're now entering Jurassic Park. Also, they're still working on the Harry Potter lockers. These are the new locker locations. Still working on them. Should be done hopefully soon. I just love this Jurassic Park Jeep right here. Oh, dinosaur. Here's another shot of the top hat and the first half of the attraction right here. The coaster itself is done. The circuit is complete. They're just working on a lot of the nitty-gritty stuff. And obviously then they got to move on to the programming for the launches, which is probably going to be the most complicated. But this section right here is the first half of the ride. This is the first show building in here, so I could imagine there's going to be some really cool stuff in here, and then it launches up into the circuit. This drop though, that's going to be awesome. There are trim brakes at the top, so I can imagine after that full speed launch up to the top hat, it'll slow down just a little bit, but it almost has to, because the next half of the attraction, if you were going any faster, you'd probably have people black out and pass out. So that's probably why those trim brakes are up there. But nonetheless, it's going to be an awesome attraction. I can't wait for it to open. can also see they've started to add some detail to the rocks. They've added some moss and greenery on the sides, which is making it look fantastic. It's gonna be awesome. And I'm assuming that that texture is gonna continue all the way through the rest of the pieces that they got. And what's cool is that they don't really carve a lot of this on site as far as the steel framing. They obviously carve the concrete when it's poured, but the framing, they just come in like, I would call them like potato chips, and they just come in, they weld them like they are up there into place, and then all they gotta do is spray them with the concrete, form it, and they're good to go. It's super easy and efficient, and yeah, this rock work is gonna look great going through the course, especially right here, like this bunny hop over that piece of rock work right there. I wonder if there's gonna be any water elements, like a waterfall somewhere. If anything, it's gonna be right here. This is awesome, I can't wait. All right, Michael's gonna go stand in the soak zone. This area right here, insanity. Just loads of water. It's like standing underneath that waterfall. So we'll see how wet he gets. Oh, here it comes. How wet did you get? Oh, wow, yeah.
I got pretty wet.
You're pretty drenched.
Yeah.
How's it feel?
I mean, it feels good.
All right, my turn.
You look pretty dry there.
Oh, totally. I barely got wet. We've made it to Toon Lagoon, or in other words, Waterland, because everything here is just water. And here's one of the most iconic log flumes in the world, Dudley Do-Rides. This one's one of my favorites. It's so amazing. And when you go off with a drop like that, you just get completely soaked. I mean, you're just completely drenched. But how cool. All right, we just got off this ride and Dudley Do-Rides. I just left the phone behind because I didn't want to get drenched, because look, you totally go right through a waterfall like that lady just did. And you get, it's like you jump into a pool. It's so insane. I love it though. On a hot day like today, it feels so good. It's just so much fun watching people go through this, because some people are not expecting it, and then when you turn the corner and you see that, you're like, oh. But this ride in general, nobody's safe, because just around the corner there's another waterfall that pretty much everyone gets. So you're gonna come off this thing completely drenched. Here comes this raft. Let's see. Oh, they might miss it. They might get lucky. Yep, they got lucky. But oh boy, if you were sitting right there, yeah, done. All right, here's another look at the Jurassic Coaster, the yet to be announced Jurassic Coaster. See crews are working on this section over here, that Outer Bank turn into the rest of the helix that leads up into the Heartline roll, which I'm so looking forward to that element right there. It looks so much fun. And crews are also working on the ground over here on the backside of the cafe, finishing up some stuff. Track work on this side, there just needs to be a track that leads into the brake run to the final bits of the attraction. That's it. They're also lifting some goodies up over there. Like I said before, top hat's done. Got the Jurassic Park flag up there. It's awesome. Lots of movement on the project today, which is fantastic. I'm just surprised at how quickly this ride went up. The coaster track went up super quick, and crews have been working on other bits and pieces like load, unload, show scenes, groundwork. Universal always kills it when it comes to building new projects. They get these things up very quickly so they can start testing, and then boom, before you know it, it's open. All right, how about we head into Seuss Landing and check out Cat in the Hat and this beloved attraction that sails above the skies of Seuss Landing. I love this land, it's just so cool.
And then something went bump. That bump made us jump. We looked, and we saw him step in on the mat. We looked, and we saw him, the Cat in the Hat.
Make that cat go away. You do not want to play. He should not be about when your mother is out. Why, we can have lots of good fun if you wish with a game that I call Up with a Fish. Look at me! Look at me! I'm the cat with a cup and a cake on the top of my hat. And I call them Thing 1 and Thing 2. They are tame. Oh, so tame. They will come here to play. No! Not in the house!
Said the fish in the pot.
They should not fly kites in a house. They should not. Have no fear of this mess.
Said the cat in the hat.
I always pick up my playthings, and so I will show you another good trick that I know.
Then our mother came in and said to us to.
Did you have any fun? Tell me, what did you do?
Should we tell her about it? Now what should we do? Well, what would you do if your mother asked you?
Yay, we did it.
Yay!
Look, even Mother Nature's got a cat in a hat right here. All right, time to hit up the Seuss Trolley train ride. Let's do it. Eventually, I'm gonna get this side. Eventually, I'm gonna get the credit. Don't know when it's gonna happen, but it'll happen. I've never ridden this side of the attraction. It's always been this side.
Make sure you keep your eyelids up and see what you can see.
Now, what can I say when I get home today? All the long way through town and all the way back, I look round and round and I keep careful track. The next thing I spot is the Hop on Pop shop. Todd's hopping on ice cream with cherries on top. As you can see, here in the heart of Seuss Landing is a carousel that's truly outstanding. And I see the trees, the truffula trees, the bright colored tops of the truffula trees, mile after mile in the fresh blowing breeze. One fish, two fish, red fish, blue fish. From there to here, from here to there, fantabulous things are everywhere. And just look at that red and white hat. I'm sure it belongs to that black and white cat. And look out below! It's that new McGrew Zoo. Oh, what this zoo must be worth! It's the most wonderful zoo on the face of the earth. Say, I like green eggs and ham. I do. I like them, Sam I am. And I will eat them here and there. Say, I will eat them anywhere. Now we bypass two unbudging sacks, both stubbornly stuck, unbudged in their tracks. Now keep your eyes peeled for sneeches. They are known to love beaches. There's one down there, fishing. He's floating, he's wishing. He might catch a fish with a pinwheel-like tail. He might catch a fish who has fins like a sail. He might catch a fish with a checkerboard belly, or even a fish made of strawberry jelly. Say, that makes a story that no one can beat when we say that we saw it on Mulberry Street. But it still could be better. Did I ever tell you that Mrs. McCabe had 23 sons and she named them all Dave? Well, she did, and that wasn't a smart thing to do. You see, when she wanted one and calls out, "Yeah, come into the house, Dave," she doesn't get one. All 23 Daves of hers come on the run. Farewell to the sneeches at the end of our fun.
Well, that's gonna do it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, go ahead and smash that thumbs up. And if you're new to the channel and you love theme park content, be sure to hit that subscribe button and notification bell so stay up to date on every time I post new videos. I have an Instagram account. I'll leave those links down below for all the social media. Other than that, I hope you have a beautiful day, and I'll see you next time in the parks. Bye.